Hey folks, Roland Martin here, host, managing editor, News One Now and TV One, senior analyst for the Time Journal Morning Show. You're watching This Is 50.com. Well, I ain't 50, I'm actually 48. I'll be 49 November 14th. But this is 50.com, but I'm 48. Okay, y'all got it.
What's up? This is 50. I got a political treat for you guys. I know y'all get sick of me sometimes and my political madness, but today is my treat. I'm sitting here with Roland Martin, very excited. TV One of the Unfiltered Roland Martin podcast, or it's Roland Martin Unfiltered.
All the same.
How are you, sir?
All good, feeling good.
Well, we need a little bit of excited news or some good things to happen because the world is falling to shit currently.
No, not necessarily. I mean, here's the deal. Everybody has to understand that it's so funny. After the election, I was on a panel in D.C. And these folks, they said, "Oh my God, we've never seen anything like this." And I'm like, "Yes, we have."
Where? When?
Yes, we have. I mean, first of all, in the history of America, black success has always been followed by white backlash.
Absolutely.
So if you go back to 244 years of slavery, Emancipation Proclamation. Then you have a 12-year period of Reconstruction, where arguably the greatest 12 years in the history of America for black folks. And then you had an election in 1876, followed by the Hayes-Tilden Compromise, known as the Great Compromise of 1877, that where they removed the last three states where federal troops were in the state capitol. That's how Jim Crow started.
Right.
So that ended Reconstruction. Then you go almost 100 years of that. Then you got the Civil Rights Movement, the Black Freedom Movement, 13-year period from Emmett Till being killed August 1955, going through, let's say, the Fair Housing Act passed in 68. And what happens in 68? Nixon gets elected, law and order, and then you have that whole backlash Southern strategy. So again, white backlash. You go through this period of the first black mayors elected, Stokes and Satcher in 68.
Right.
Then you have Maynard Jackson in 73, Coleman Young in Detroit, Maynard in Atlanta, Marion Barry in D.C., 1980, Ronald Reagan.
So,
then, of course, 8 years of Obama, now followed by Trump. So and so the people who say, "Oh my God, we've never seen this," have never read a history book.
right.
So that's really where we are. And so I tell folks, so how did we get through that? It was when people got comfortable thinking, "Oh, we were all good." With a lot of black folks and a lot of other white
Our
folks
president is black, so.
they got comfortable with,
Right.
"Oh my God, it's post-racial." It's a little hard to ever say you're post-racial in America when race is embedded in the DNA of America.
Absolutely. Our Constitution had us as 3/5 human at one point.
Right. I mean, and in fact, the entire battle over the Constitution, everything was tied to slavery.
Right. Not if you ask General Kelly.
Oh, obviously, I don't know what in the hell he read. And so there's a great book called Dark Bargain by Lawrence Goldstone that lays out really what took place in terms of how the Constitution was written. And everything was a battle over North versus South.
Right.
Kelly was utterly clueless because to say, well, they could have compromised. First of all, how do you compromise humanity?
Right.
And so you start right there.
Right.
And clearly he had no understanding of, that all of those different things with the Constitution. First of all, the 3/5 compromise is called compromise. The Electoral College was a compromise. You can go down the line, tariffs, all those things were compromises.
Right.
There was a compromise in 1850 when they let states in. So do they come in as free or do they come in as slave states? And you had all of that going on. So clearly he fell asleep in history class and still hasn't woken up.
Well, I think that this administration just is very comfortable just saying untruths. You have Sarah Huckabee saying
No, not untruths, lies.
Lies.
No, call it what it is. No, it's not untruths, it's not mischaracterizations, it's not stretching the boundaries. No, they're lies. And
Right.
so they are fundamental, flat out lies, and they don't like being called out on their lies.
Well, like I was saying, even with Sarah, she comes out and she spin doctors it every single time.
No, she lies.
She lies. That's
A lie is a lie.
Right.
It's sort of like if you were a kid, so you were young and you came home at 2:00 in the morning, and then your daddy know you lying.
right.
And you get busted. It's not like your dad says, "Well, son, you're telling me an untruth, or you mischaracterizing what happened." No, your dad's like, "Your ass lying."
Right.
So I'm gonna call it a lie, because that's what it is. It's a lie.
How are we supposed to filter between the truths and untruths? And right now there's an attack on media as a whole from this administration.
Well,
so it's like any time that you call them out on a lie,
Oh yeah. Well, here's the deal. There's always been attacks on media. Part of the conservative playbook is that, oh my God, media is liberal, can't be trusted.
Right.
I said a long time ago. I mean, they used to always say that about CNN and the CBS and the rest of them. I said if the networks went out, if MSNBC went out and hired tomorrow,
Right.
500 conservative commentators, the right will still say they're liberal. See, so it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you do. That's their game. I mean, Brent Bozell and Media Research Center, that's how they make their money. They make their money pimping these idiots out here who believe everything that they say and say, oh, that's right.
Do you think they really believe it, though?
Oh, no,
Some of it is so far off that
They do. I mean, look, you had. I remember CBS did a poll in the first year of Obama. The first term of Obama was actually hilarious. And it was a Tea Party. So 25% of the Tea Party folks said Obama was doing too much for black people. And black people were going, can you let me know where any of this is?
But
I haven't
black
seen
people
it.
are still saying, what have you done for me lately?
Again, so even when presented with truth, they go, oh no, it doesn't exist. And that's what you're dealing with. And you're dealing with a group of people who, that's why no matter what he says, they believe. And you could, so remember the debate with Fox News, I'll never forget, it was Megyn Kelly, it was Brent Baer, and it was Chris Wallace.
Okay.
So it was hilarious. They actually played video of Trump, of Rubio saying stuff. And they went, I didn't say that. Dude, just play the tape. We literally just played the tape
real quick.
Hearing you say it, that's not what I said. And that's their deal. And their followers, they believe it. And so that's why they fall for the okie doke when it comes to fake news. They go, oh yeah, he's telling the truth. No, he's lying.
I know people say that I'm crazy for saying this, but I've been a little excited about where we are right now as far as how the administration is bringing out races. And it's like you see blatant, you have Nazis marching through the street. You have, people hailing Hitler. You have Fox News viewers calling up professors to rant on their voicemail for 10 minutes and tell them what type of niggers they are, because we've set up and we've listened to people say, there's no such thing as racism. What are you talking about, slavery? So now that I feel like it's up front and out in the open and people, you can't deny it, but there are still people who are like...
Well, and then you gotta remember also, Trump emboldens that. So therefore, he is purposely speaking to that. So that actually makes it worse. And so now all of a sudden, you've got a whole...
He's lighting a fire underneath them.
Oh no, he is revealing what was always there.
Right.
And for them, it's, oh man, this is awesome. We finally have somebody who is speaking our language, speaking directly to us. So yes, so they feel emboldened to do what they do because he is essentially saying, yo, it's good. I mean, his response initially to Charlottesville, they literally said, hey, it wasn't bad. He didn't trash us. I mean, that's literally that was their deal.
David Duke said he said what he had to say, but he didn't condemn
Right.
us. Like,
right. So that for them, that's a win.
He had to come out and read from a teleprompter.
And trust me, his reaction, and he did it for that very reason.
Right.
Because he knows that's who his core is.
Right. So what do we do moving forward to racist white people are not going to go away. They're not going to disappear.
I think
what are we supposed to do?
I think what we have to do is wake up to the reality that it's there.
Right.
And also to understand that this is not a short-term thing. What I mean by that is people are like, oh my God, I can't wait he's out. No, but it's not just about him. It's literally
his entire administration.
I keep saying, no, not administration. I keep saying that we are in the middle of a 30-year war.
Right.
What I mean by 30-year war is, so by 2044, that's when no one group will be a majority in the country. Whites will be about 47% of the country. And so you combine Black, Hispanic, Asian, and we'll represent the majority of the country.
Right.
And so we're going to see more of this. I mean, so this is not going away.
Right.
Because remember, as the demographics change, the power balance shifts.
Yes.
The resources shift.
Right.
So now you got folks who are like, yo, what's about to happen? Because literally they can't handle not being in total control.
Right.
And it's gonna be a problem. And so I think what we have to do is be in position for that day. One of the reasons why I'm an advocate for school choice is because where we are educationally, we're not going to be ready to take over.
Okay.
So my problem is, so what happens if we get to 2044 and blacks, Hispanics, and Asian are the majority of the country, but then the workforce is still going to be 80% white? See what happens when you can't take advantage of your demographic numbers.
Right.
That to me is the biggest concern.
I'm conflicted when I look at people like the Tommy Laurens of the world, the Judge Janines of the world, and it's almost like go away, stop saying this, you're incorrect.
Why are you conflicted? One of them is a blonde, blue-eyed white woman who is making over like a fat rat because all these fools out here are watching her and like, oh my God.
Do we keep talking to these people and giving them platforms or listening to them, or do we have the conversation because it's healthy so that we can?
I don't care what they think.
Right.
I don't waste my time with. I don't know what the hell her name is. Tommy. I don't know what the hell her name is. I don't talk about her on my show. I don't talk about Judge Janine on my show. They're irrelevant to me.
Right.
So I'm kind of like, whatever. So something stupid they said. All right, whatever.
I mean, I say that because, a few months back, or this was a while ago, Tommy Lauren and Charlemagne the God were seen in a photo. And then also after the Daily Show's
Trevor Noah,
after he had interviewed her, he was also seen out having coffee. And their thing was like, well, we have to continue these dialogues and we have to continue these conversations.
That's fine. That's fine. I got conservatives on my show. That's fine. I'm just not talking to that idiot.
Right. I'm glad I'm not the only one who thinks
No, I have numerous conservatives on my show. I ain't got a problem talking to them. They're people who I was talking to, somebody in the White House yesterday, somebody else in the White House the day before that. I still talk to them.
Right.
But that's somebody who's just trying to build a media brand, trying to build attention. So I'm like, whatever. She really is irrelevant to me.
Right.
She's like 24, 25 and don't know jack. Why? I'm not listening to her.
Refuses to read a book. Like, you could at least Wikipedia the Black Panthers.
No, but I'm not listening to her. So I don't really give a damn. You never see people like, oh my God, Roland, you debate her. Why? That's like child abuse.
So is Russia a big nothing burger?
What the fuck is it? It's a hamburger. It's a turkey burger.
It's like a wish sandwich. You've never been poor as a child, I see. It's like a wish sandwich.
What the hell is a wish sandwich?
See, Jesus. Can I have your life for like a day?
No, it's not like I got some kind of like rich life. Shit, I ate a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. What the hell?
Some people didn't have peanut butter and jelly.
They ate just the jelly.
They didn't have that either, Roland.
Well, it's a cracker.
They
it's
had
an apple.
2 ends of the butt. That was it.
And guess what?
And some mayonnaise.
It's somebody who didn't have 2 ends of the butt.
This is true. Well, is Russia nothing?
Hell yeah, something. It's that. That's not even. It is a fundamental. It is clear they tried to steal our election. Right. It's clear. They tried. That's not even a debate. Literally, it's not even a debate.
Well, the answer to what they keep saying is, we can't prove that he colluded with Russia.
This is my response right here.
So Russia's something, people.
No, Russia absolutely tried. Not tried. They successfully intervened in our election to benefit Trump. Period.
You're decked out in Astros, and we know that's baseball, but, I haven't been able to watch. I've been boycotting the NFL. I know for some people. Are you boycotting?
Not watching.
You're watching? You're not watching? Okay.
Not watching, not wearing gear. Don't tweet about them, all this sort of stuff.
So what do you think? Because at first it was like, okay, we shouldn't watch until Kaepernick gets signed. And then we had a president who called Kaepernick or referred to Kaepernick and other people who are exercising their, constitutional right.
Right.
To freedom of speech and to protest, called them sons of bitches. And then we have, NFL owners referring to them as prisoners and all these. Now
he said he wasn't, but okay, got it.
Yeah, it's just a word of speech, whatever. But now we're at this place. It's like, what do they have to do in order for us to turn it back on again, or do we?
Well, no, I think first of all, I think they're stupid. They're probably like, what the hell are we thinking? We should just put this dude on a practice squad. What the hell?
Right.
What the hell?
Let him be a punter.
What the hell are we thinking? So I think it's that. But I think that, first of all, the players were signaled what's next. I mean, you follow the lead of those who are involved with it, and so I think the agenda they put forward, and the owners can be as obstinate as they want. Players ain't backing down, and that's what they're not getting.
Right.
You could have another owner who's going to do what Bob McNair did. He's going to piss the team off. The team is going to rebel.
Right.
And that's the mistake that you make. And so, you know, but the owners are dumb. If I'm Goodell, I call in 8 teams. I call the Browns in. I'm like, look, all y'all quarterbacks suck. All y'all quarterbacks suck. Sign this dude, make him your third string quarterback, whatever.
Right.
But again, so that's just simply added fuel to this fire. And so every week that goes by, he's not signed. The story ain't going away.
Right. And then my thing is it keeps getting worse.
Yeah. But again though, you would try to be buttholes. You try to be, no, hell no, we ain't gonna sign him. Okay. It's gonna be like them. Like that dumbass Papa John's CEO.
Oh my God.
When man came out, talked about
and your pizza nasty.
They didn't nip us in the bud. We were like, really?
Huh.
All right.
No Papa John's.
Somebody say, we're hungry, order Papa John's.
He put a Domino's that thing.
Ain't gonna happen.